their nest, and we just slit
No,
their
we did
throats.
not.
Yeah,
No,
we
we did
snuck
not.
up perfectly, right?
Yup.
Right, guys? It was all perfect.
We were down
No,
low, we
no,
were
Velvis
hunched.
fucked over everything. I'm sorry, not Velvis. Still fucked over everything. Velvis
Silk
fucked
did.
over some things. The whatever portion of Elvis's brain was controlling Sylph was the portion that fucked up, and all the other portions are probably fine.
I think we're skipping ahead a little bit.
Just a little.
You're right. I'll have to wait for Anna to get back to me on whether or not they're actually fine.
We noticed that the lizard person, the leader, wasn't really a lizard.
Yeah.
All of us knew that, but Dulgus.
No. The only two people that noticed were Sylph and Evana.
Oh, okay.
And then people started bandwagoning.
I remember an
because she said
event
something.
where I remember an event towards the end of their conversation and what was effectively a dick measuring contest. That Dulgus did notice because you were pointing things out to him.
What else? We were we were tasked to go and slay the dragon. I mean the wyverns. What were they? Drakes? I can't.
They were
remember.
something
River drakes.
nasty and we killed them. End of story.
They were river drakes.
Okay, there we go. River drakes.
And I believe we were only told that there was
we
one.
busted into a low-income house. We just killed the mom and her two, like, not fully grown kids, and then we left. That's how that went. We may or may not be eating them, and I have one of their heads as a trophy, so, you know.
Wow.
Sylph also owes coffee to a merchant.
He didn't give me the arrows yet.
I said you owe him. You're not getting them till you get the coffee.
Right, yeah.
That's why I said you owe.
Very true.
A small correction on that there, Evana. The person in which, well, the lizard folk that in which he had spoken to was not the merchant.
Well, close
Nope,
enough.
it was the, like, the armor
It had
smith
something
or
he was
whatever,
trying
the
to buy from them.
craftsmith. The craftsman or whatever.
He was just a dude that was waiting for his own arrows.
Oh! So not even Sylph knew, he just fucked up a conversation, was like, hey, yeah, I want those. On Sylph's behalf, he totally thought this guy was a legit businessman.
Of course you did. Because you're dumb.
No, he's just never been within the culture before.
He's like, man, this guy's talking about flaming arrows. He must really have quite the business here.
I never said they were flaming.
They were something. Oh, they were the barbed
they
arrows.
were.
The barbed arrows.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember who was your supervisor
Oh, God,
as you went on this hunt?
With a K, I believe.
And what their demeanor was toward you?
Or was it Grax? I think it was
Indeed
Grax.
it was. Mm-hmm.
And he was very surprised at our achievements. Anyone else remember anything?
About what?
We were about to go to another thing on a little expedition.
Yep.
Another expedition?
that.
But what about the party? I thought we were having a party where we were going to eat a bunch of steaks.
It is still actually quite early in the day for that.
So we have another task to do.
with a new supervisor.
Oh, I think I'm somewhat more awake.
That is good.
No, I just grabbed a cup of cold water and just started chugging, and then like, oh wow, yeah, I feel a little bit better.
You're probably dehydrated if you were asleep all day.
Not all day. I went down like 3 hours ago.
Do you and Derek share a sleep schedule?
Only on my days
Right.
off.
We might. So I wake up at like 4 a.m. and then I go back to sleep at around 2. Maybe sometimes noon. It really depends.
I mean, are we talking about the way what my sleep schedule defaults to when I don't have a job?
Yeah.
I just more mean the amount of hours slept.
I usually just go to bed like sometimes just after sunrise and wake up just after sunset. It's fine.
I don't sleep much. I sleep like 4 hours. Wake up. I'm awake for like 8, and then take another 3-hour nap.
Be right back.
What do you do, Andrew,
I'm weird.
for a job?
Stuff. I just had we had this conversation regarding one of the NPCs in the vampire game.
Nah.
Janitorial.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Duh.
See, your wife can remember. You are an idiot. Your wife remembers everything.
That's normal.
It is. It is the way of our dynamic.
And yet I'm the forgetful one.
You are the forgetful one, yes. I try really hard to remember most things.
She clearly remembers the important bits. All other bits are fluff.
Hey, what, man? We got a lot of loose shit we need to sell.
I wanna be rich. Also, what level are we?
Same level the last time you asked. 6.
I think I leveled up. So it was a large something last time.
Yeah, we're quite a ways from the next level. 11,000 XP.
Oh, wow.
As stated, my brain is kind of fuzzy. I was always in the middle of a really good nap. Then I got like a spam call and I realized it was 5:03 or something like that, and I had to get up. So you can thank the mysterious spam caller for me even being here right now. I was really comfortable. I probably could have been there for another 10 hours and just been like, oh yeah. Not even be conscious.
Oh, my neck.
It's
Eventually, we need to sell all this shit that we have.
I don't know. I don't think we were all just sitting around doing a bunch of defecation until we had enough shit that we thought we could get gold for it.
Yeah, I think we do, because we have enough crap that we could get. I think Chompy's.
Well, holy shit! Who's been collecting all the shit?
Chompy, man, he's been shitting it out.
That's fair.
Why are people shitting bricks?
Apparently, we get paid a little gold for it or something.
Nah, we've just got so much junk in our loot that we need to sell.
There's dicks in our loot.
I said junk, not dick.
Whoa there. Whoa there. Y'all have only got like a bag I'm holding, and I'm pretty sure Ethna would not appreciate that treatment of Arwen.
It's survival.
No, no, not at all. No.
That being
Start
said,
chunking dicks in there.
that being said, you do have a moment here, whilst within the Gurikal village, in between your next assignment, so to speak. So you do have a little bit of time to intermingle now that you have returned, been able to banter with Great Chief Murgle.
Fake lizard, but okay. Well, they seem to like him.
We need to get you a scale suit.
So, if you would like, you may take some time to socialize. At this point, since you have completed an assignment that even, basic warriors of the village had been deemed to be able to do, you are now able to visit your caravan and the village freely. You are no longer just restricted like the hatchlings to just the village grounds.
Nice.
Yay! Praise be to Buckrug.
All right, Kogan. I'll have to get me some coffee.
What's up, Sylph?
You got any beans?
Are you gonna buy some?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Where do you think the coffee comes from?
How much for the coffee? Wait, but if I could just buy the coffee, then I can just buy the arrows. Dang it, Kogan.
Well, you said you wanted coffee, right?
Well, here's the thing. I promised the lizards that I'd give them some potions of stamina, in a sense, by brewing these beans for some barbed arrows.
These nuts.
I see. I'm not really in this little trade you've got going on here, but I'd love to see you accomplish it.
I mean, it's in our benefit. I mean, if I wind up saving them and somehow you're in danger and I have these barbed arrows, it'd be of your use, your benefit. Maybe.
Maybe. I could also chuck bombs at it.
Sylph just starts staring. So about these coffee beans.
Let me double check on archives. This equipment.
No.
Yes.
No.
Don't you dare defy me.
No.
I can't take it anymore!
If you say "and then" one more time.
And then, this one time, at band camp,
You know what?
What?
You know what? Kogan's gonna hand you a bag of beans.
Oh no!
Knock yourself out, mate.
Sylph will open up the bag and check out the beans that were given to him. Are they coffee
They are
beans?
definitely coffee beans.
All right.
They're 100% coffee beans.
Thank
Kogan, you caught what Kogan said earlier. He's like, yeah, I'm not really part of this venture, but if you want to give it a shot, knock yourself out.
Oh God.
Do you have a grinder? And are these black ivory coffee beans?
Hey guys, I got
Are
this
these
bag of
the kind
coffee.
of coffee beans the elephants eat and poop out? That's the question.
I'm going to ask one of you guys right now if you guys can check out this bag for me and let me know if this is standard coffee beans. I got it from Kogan. Some doesn't
You could
seem
give me
right
an
with the way he
appraise check
laughed.
if you want. You could give a sense motive to that as well.
Okay.
Holy grow wisdom.
And what was the other one? Appraise?
Uh-huh.
Oh God, I know nothing about this.
You are so unsure about these coffee beans, but at that same point, like, you don't sense any malicious intent from Kogan.
Sylph just puts his hands up and shrugs his shoulders and walks off towards the tent to talk to the little lizards. Hey
It
guys!
seems the metallurgist is the only one currently here.
Oh, where's the other guy?
Do you mean the archer you talked with before?
Yes.
Ranger Brixley? I believe he dwells on south side of town.
This is going to end poorly, but I'm going to laugh at it the whole way.
It's short walk. Can't. Very easy to see. He is not out on patrol. That is when you would have biggest problem in findings.
Alright,
Though
so,
something tells me you're not well traveled.
so if I turn around and go across the bridge, he's in one of those tents?
Likely in that direction, yes.
Oh, crap.
You do understand the meaning of south, yes?
Sylph blinks at him.
Not southwest.
Sylph keeps blinking at him.
I am not a cat. Blinking at me will not get me to accept your sign of affection.
So I go up.
He points in the general direction of south for you, so
Sylph
you may
turns
follow it.
completely around. He's like, so behind me.
You
Like,
came with friends who
Oh,
are good at
jeez.
traveling, yes?
no, I know which way's south now.
Ow.
Who are you
Alright.
going to get to bring with you?
Go ahead and
Apparently
give me a diplomacy check to see if you can find your way around and contact this Brixley.
You better hope you don't roll a Dolgus in that equation, because I already know what Dolgus is doing.
Okay. You ask around the southern tents with the villagers and things of that nature, and it doesn't take long for them to point out Brixley for you.
Ah, alright. Cool.
1 second. You are led. I'm going to grab your token.
Phew. Oh god, I
It's
hope
currently shooting arrows.
the expression on Sylph changes and he strolls up to Brixley?
Brixley.
Brixley. He strolls up to
This fellow.
Brixley.
You have returned from your hunt.
Yeah, I got the coffee beans that I was telling you about to brew into the potions to keep you up and stamina and, energized. If you have the barbed arrows you were telling me about.
You have what are beans?
Well, you would take them and you grind them up, and then you would boil some water, and you would stew them within the water, and then strain out the remaining grounds of the beans, and then drink the brew.
Why does that sound more close to the things that shamans do for medicine?
It's kind of like that, but it gives you energy. But the downside is, after a few hours, you will slowly get tired. So use it when you need to, wake up, or you need to, have like a quick burst of energy to hunt.
And how do you prepare this coffee you speak of?
You would grind up the bean. You would boil water. Then you would take, say, like an acorn shell and poke some holes in there and put the coffee beans within the acorn shell and strain it within the water.
Why don't you go ahead and make me a batch of this coffee? We'll see what it actually does. A sample of sorts.
May I use your fire pit?
It is the village's fire pit, so I don't see why not.
Oh, but it's so far away. And still said
Then
it.
let us walk.
He's all like, man,
That's what
some
legs are
barbed
for.
arrows.
So, Brixley will follow you to a nearby fire pit, and he's gonna have you actually brew him a cup of coffee.
This will end poorly, but
Go to
will be
this fire pit?
magnificent.
Any which one is relatively fine. So I don't think that there was... Ah, yes. The mess. That works.
The scenery around him still gets him more ready to prepare this coffee.
Luckily for you, coffee is technically also regarded in some sort of, alchemical circles. So, I would allow you a craft alchemy in order to prepare yourself a cup of, a batch of coffee.
Oh, jeez. I should have made Kogan come with me.
You failure. Failure.
You're starting to think about why Kogan was laughing, and now you might have gotten an inclination. He might have thought you didn't have what it takes to actually make coffee.
Should have grabbed Ava.
Oh, crap! I forgot Ava can too? I know Ava can make coffee.
Ava's got a better craft alchemy than all of you.
Oh, okay.
Not than Kogan.
Yeah, Ava's got a plus 12 to her alchemy.
That's not bad.
So
That's
is there
not
quite a
bad.
bit of coffee bean grains left within the brew?
You make a sufficient cup of coffee. There is a little gravel at the bottom, so to speak. But you think that you've got it well enough. The only thing you have is coffee, though. You don't have sugar, you don't have creamer, or any of the other accommodations that some of the other caravanners might enjoy from time to time.
Oh, but I have one of the best ways of taste you can have, his words. Knows how a chef will describe how great this coffee is going to be as you're sipping it, so your senses get all fucked up and believe it. So Sylph will hand him the brew and say, before you take this drink, it will have a bitter note to it, but if you push through it and focus on, the natural, subtle nature hints to it, you'll know it has like a nice nutty taste due to the acorn that I strained the coffee grounds with. And he will hand him the cup.
You can go ahead and give me a raw charisma check.
Yeah.
Anything under a 10 and it's lost in translation. And will penalize you.
Oh no! Alright, charisma, that's in what?
Core.
Core? Okay. Sorry about that.
You silly, silly boy.
You have a decent chance here, because you've got a positive score. You just, need to, get the score above a 10 total.
Core and charisma. Oh God.
Oh.
So you're describing this to Brixley as he brings it up to his lizard maw and kind of awkwardly tries to drink the beverage. And as you describe it, he just kind of... You talk about the bitter and the acorn and the everything else, and he takes a drink of it and goes, I do believe this is a lot more like medicine. These words that you're talking about, it don't make a whole lot of sense to me. You pinkskins tend to be a little strange in the things that you are particularly fond of.
Silpha just apologized. Sorry. But it is like medicine, yes. It is quite bitter. But it does do what I say it'll do. It will give you a boost of energy. And it will adversely make you get a little tired later.
We'll have to see. It does have this little tinkle as I drink it, although it might just be due to how warm the liquid is.
Yeah, it's a liquid.
Is coffee always this hot?
No, some people will drink it cold. But that's a human thing. I don't know how you lizards prefer your beverages, so that is up to you.
Does that remove any of the natural qualities that you talked about? The energy?
The cold? No, it just removes the bitterness of the coffee. It reduces the bitterness. So if you were to drink it cold, it wouldn't be as bitter.
He takes this empty half of a skull kind of thing, dips it into an open barrel of water and just kind of mixes some of the water with the coffee.
I see. So it loses no properties from being of normal temperature. That works.
Well, I mean, now you kind of diluted the thing, but but sure, yeah, that works too. Just don't go overboard with it. Don't get hooked on it. This isn't a drug; it's a medicine.
What are drugs?
It's a drug.
Okay. So about these barbed arrows.
I suppose you've taught me a thing, or at least shown me something of interest. I don't have a problem letting you have a quiver full of arrows.
And Brixley would pull out, from his own quiver, a small batch of 20 barbed arrows.
Yeah. So we'll grab them and say, "Don't mind me," but he will pat him on the shoulder and say, "Thank you."
I don't think I ever got your name, stranger.
It's Bradley. And he will walk off.
Nice to meet you. Have a great hunt.
I'm back.
What was anyone else doing during this time?
Oh, you went away?
Lois is having a nap.
I missed you guys too.
Ava's reading a book.
August is
Didn't even
resting
notice
his scales beneath the scun.
I am out of javelins.
You said
I
Ava
have
was
one
reading.
left. Scared coach.
Yep, didn't even notice you left. Occasionally she taps herself with her wand.
Is that wand to make you feel good?
Wand of Celestial Healing.
Yeah. Can I get a super tap?
I can use some of that too.
We
don't
only
care
have
about
so
you.
many charges.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
You've also not visited your caravan in a minute.
Yeah, who else needs Sure. Who else needs a tap?
Probably Athena. She's looking a little bloody still.
Ethna, Gochin,
Yeah,
and
I'm only at 26.
Darlin.
You can. I'm not that far down. Don't worry about it.
It's 10 hit points, so.
That would put me back to full.
Alright. 4. Alright. You all get 10, and then Ava's gonna tap yourself a third time.
Man, that one's probably going to be empty soon.
It's at 2.
Oh! Careful on using that last one.
Yeah, Ava's putting that one away for a while. Couple days, at least.
Why do you keep smacking yourself with a wand? Are you addicted to healing energy?
How else is she
No.
supposed to get positive attuned? How else is that attitude supposed to improve?
Ouch.
Revenge.
So you said there's an actual merchant here, right?
Well, you are the merchant caravan, but they do seem to have people that, like, make things for the village, and, you know, they don't have, like... from what it seems like, and just the things that you've observed, they don't have a shop, per se.
Yeah, I get
But
that.
they do
That way.
trade.
Barter.
I don't have much to barter with. I only have shiny coin.
Do they have any, ink for, like, spell rating?
You could certainly ask around.
Ava will.
Go ahead and give me a gather information check.
Local or diplomacy?
Local, diplomacy, perception.
Roughhousing.
Local it is. 21.
Yeah, so you can kind of, like, wander around the village a little bit, and over towards, like, the northeastern side, before you would get back to the High Chieftain's, the Great Chief's, hut. There are plenty of, like, little huts over there, where it seems like people practice in the art of, like, painting pottery and other things of that nature. But something that kind of catches your mind is that a couple of the tents also seem to have more naturalistic magical implements, maybe for druids or for shamans of the like. And you kind of poke your head in and take note that they've got pots of, like, berries and things of that nature that are relatively stewing with symbols of Gazra and the like on the outside. You know that inks in many capacities come from more natural elements.
Were there individuals around those pots and stuff?
Yeah, there are a few lizard folk. In fact, you would see this one kind of at almost an altar to Buckrug.
Ava will walk up to them. Oh. Do you have magical inks by chance?
Oh, are you the travelers from outside of the village?
Indeed.
You are a wise one for your traveling party?
Of a certain sense, perhaps.
Practitioner of arts that are beyond the martial-minded.
Ava just, like, waves her hand and a trail of glowing lights appears.
This one is known as Ulsika. I am the wise one, the highest wise one of the tribe. We have inks we use for great ceremonies and different paintings by which we create effects. Gifts from Khosra and Bakrak.
Would I be able to purchase some from you? I require particular inks to write in some of my magics.
We have magic paints of that variety. And she's speaking common, but you could definitely tell, like, it's probably the most fluent common you've heard out of, like, anybody but the chief.
Ava is not surprised by this and expected it. She is the most wise, of course.
What do you have to trade for such valuable items?
Your people don't value coin very much, do they? Correct?
The metal coins of you pink-skinned strangers do not interest the lizard folk. They have no
Ava nods her
use.
head knowingly.
We value things that are more practical, be it in battle or in Wiseman arts.
Do you prize particular materials over others? I know certain individuals aren't able to wear metals and the like.
Metal is fine. We have learned some arts from the old fishermen and a few traveling traders that have come to the village, rare though they may be, and be it by their choice or not. We are not against certain developments of the outside peoples.
Understood. Well, there are a number of things that we have. We have poisons, we have potions, we have armor and weapons.
You have armor and weapons.
Indeed.
These are things that we see as useful, better to defend ourselves from others more malicious than you.
Armor and weapons it is then. Eva pulls out a list of loose material from the group and starts looking through it. We have double axe here. There's a masterwork chainmail. There's a number of studded leather armors. Anything in particular that you are looking for?
I suppose the real question becomes, how much of our magical taints do you require?
An unfortunate number, I imagine. Just double checking with the DM here out of character. For learning new spells, it is what? 10 gold for first level, 40 for second, 90 for third.
Well, let me double check. Arcane spells. 10 gold for first, 40 for second, 90 for third. Yep. I actually go.
Ava is going to need about 300 gold worth. Just to be safe.
So about 3 pots worth. That is something we have. We tend to keep a cut full of inks in the event that many of our more ritualistic wise ones have more than they need.
Um,
Effectively, you could possibly offer enough items to sell for 300 gold value.
and it doesn't sound like they particularly value metal or anything like that.
The inclination you get off of this is that they don't have a specific preference. Armor is armor, weapons are weapons. They don't have they don't have the druids like restriction on it. Or at least the village as a whole does not.
Cool. Ava will give them a masterwork chainmail and a masterwork crossbow.
A crossbow, you say?
Yep.
Understood. When you when you offer the crossbow, Lasika kind of holds it from you and looks it over with almost this look of wonder in her eyes. This is interesting.
Oh.
We have seen this only from the old fisherman before, though a relic of its time and no longer
The old
functioning.
fisherman.
I'm sorry, what was that, Pierce? You cut out.
No, this is a crossbow. Just Ava is just the fisherman.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy we're supposed to go see.
Mm-hmm.
To make trade with. Yes.
Had crossbow.
Oh, yes. A person of great age and great wisdom. A peacekeeper of these lands to a certain degree. It is unwise to get too rowdy. Loud sounds come from when the old fisherman is angered.
Curious.
They say he tends to the graves of those he has lost in his life.
How
Is Pierce cutting out for anyone
perhaps
else?
he might find something better to do with his
A
time
little bit.
in the upcoming.
Oh.
Hey, my not picking up. I'll try to speak a little bit louder. How curious. Perhaps you'll find something better to do with his time.
The Caracol,
But
Wow.
Ava will offer the items.
yeah, she'll take them, and you will be able to receive 3 pots from Lusika. Was there anything else that you were seeking amongst the village?
Uh, Ava was going to see if they had any magical gear of any sort, anything that they might have found along the way, or anything strange that was made.
Sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that question. I heard magical something.
So, no, it's all good. My internet's cutting in and out a little.
It's all that downloading your girlfriend's doing for the mods she needs for Baldur's Gate 3. Well, quit letting it fight your toaster that has the hamsters running.
Toasters.
Sometimes it doesn't cause any issues, and other times it will literally just crash me offline for a couple hours. So,
There.
But-
Hmm.
yes, she's looking for magical items.
I would not know for sure. Much of what we find, we tend to put back into use. If something of relative magic is found, many of the tribe will keep it as their own trophy or use it in some fashion, occasionally gift to either the great chief, or they will offer it to a possible mate. If you're
Understood.
looking for anything in particular, you may find it out and about the village, though it may not be on display in the way that I know sometimes you pinkskins have what you would call a shop.
I will endeavor to keep a better eye out then. Your time has been appreciated.
You're a very interesting person.
Do
You
not
have
find that to be
features.
true.
You have features of a wayfish, like spirit of sorts.
Oh. My heritage includes that of a spirit of the air, as you would.
It is very reminiscent of the tales that are told when regarding Gosra.
I'm not familiar.
They are the essence of the land, the air, and the sea, of nature itself. You remind me of the aspect of the Tempest when stories are spoken to the tribe.
Curious.
But I will not hold your time. I know that Father has given you all a great task, so I would suppose that you have things to do today.
Perhaps.
You suppose too much. Oh wait, I'm not there. Okay, yeah.
Eva will just nod her head and leave.
Anyone else to the party?
Nah.
Yochin? You've been quiet.
He's
Too
going to do
quiet.
something really hilarious in a moment.
No, he fell asleep. He's snoring. I can hear it.
Gojin doesn't have anything particular he's gonna do.
Okay.
He's just nursing his wounds.
Not trying to get that fixed at all?
Oh, I thought we had to go back to the caravan for that.
Well, I mean, the
Goshen
caravan's
got
not
10
too...
hit points.
Yeah. Caravan's not too far away. Like, you just weren't able to leave the village as you were being regarded as hatchlings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, letting the hatchlings outside the village? That'd be terrible.
What happens if they got ate by, like, a gator?
No more babies.
Actually, that is a good point. Let me double check something.
Gochin, you did get a touch from the wand, so you should have healed 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still down about 12.
It's still down over 9,000.
Ah, my apologies. In the swamp areas like this in freshwater, it is a crocodile.
That's crocodilian.
Or a swamp shark.
It's
Yep.
crocodiles.
That's a muck shark to you.
It's a muck bola.
Crocodile gonna get you, boy. Gonna eat your bowl.
Has anyone ever heard of the phrase death roll?
Crocodile.
Dundee. Did you want to return back to the caravan there, Gochin?
He'll go when the group is going.
Avena, is there anything you're aiming to do within the village at this moment?
Nope. I would assume she was just kind of wandering around,
Okay.
looking around.
Darlin?
Nope.
Very well, then. Your, next supervisor would arrive, then. I am a Nizu. You are the Wanderers, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I will take the general words of yes over the one maybe as a truth, then. I am a Nezo, tasked with making sure that you make it to the old fisherman in one piece.
This is in Draconic, by the way, for those of you that understand Draconic.
So Dolgus and who?
Dolgus, Sylph, Evana.
That's it.
Cool kids. Excellent.
She sets down a basket, and inside you can find a number of colorful stones, along with an allotment of different bones and other, well, it looks almost like tool-like implements. She looks to the ones that seem to understand her and go,
We are to make our way upriver a little ways. There the fisherman hosts his small shack of sorts.
We're going fishing.
We'll want to be careful to avoid the dangers of the river and the marsh.
Fishing.
But that being said, once we get there, we'll want to make ourselves known, of course, in a non-threatening way, unless you like missing limbs.
Is Nzezu female?
yes.
Okay. She's very
No
not
self.
not as modest as Ulsika.
Nothing. His awareness is ripped off by a crocodile.
Oh, you will not lose it to a beast on the way. You may lose it to an explosion, unsure of when it happened.
Swamp gas.
If only you wish. You will see when we get there. Let us leave.
Lead the way.
As Nezu would go ahead and take y'all on a journey.
We're going on a trip in a magic rocket ship.
I will, however, require the party. Well, pick one of your number to go ahead and roll me a D100.
Not it.
I
I vote Gochin.
elect one of these because he hasn't done anything yet.
Ah.
Gochin, you've been nominated. Tell me the number.
Dang.
100. It's 100. Oh my gosh.
Actually,
It's
no, I
either
didn't
really,
put
really
the
good or
D
really,
in.
really bad. Oh, okay.
No.
Well, way to ruin us there, Gochin. I mean, that was
There
just
we
awful.
go.
It's a 4.
Oh.
That's not any better.
Oh.
That's what happens
Either
when you
really
give it
good
the
or
D.
really bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
This is where we all die. Swamp
Death by
like fucking
snooze,
eat something.
You left,
Oh.
damn it.
Let me look this up real quick.
Oh
That doesn't
no.
George
sound
is
good.
gonna get eaten by a swamp drake.
Nah, if that were the case, I would already had the stat block for it.
This is true.
If that were the case, I would have just gone, oh, hey, I already know exactly where that stat block's at. Give me a second. No, I don't want 2E. I want 1E. There we go. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, well,
no.
well, well.
Ready to die. Everybody got their characters ready? Alright.
Alright, everybody go ahead
Yeah.
and give me a perception check as y'all make your way through the swamplands.
Oh, God.
Give you a perception check. I think I. Oh, 17. Never mind.
Oh, geez.
Hold on. I'll hold it down. Don't worry, Ava. I'll hold it down. You ready?
Yeah.
There you go. I'll
Yeah,
hold it down with the
that's
thing.
what I was expecting from me.
Non-wisdom characters, go!
Ranks and perception. That. What are those?
I
Perception
just
thing? What?
need Dulgus.
The only
Okay,
wise
Dolgus
man
will
in the
save
party.
the day because Dolgus needs to save the day. Got it. So many skills. Oh, okay, I got 33. Nice.
Well,
Oh,
I'm gonna need
shark!
Gochin and Darlin to go ahead and give me reflex saves as Dulgus, as you're traveling out about the swamps, making sure to keep your proper footing, maybe guiding some of your allies to avoid some of the more difficult portions of the terrain, and knowing that some of the more heavily armored are going to have some problems. Inezu is leading the way and definitely making a note to avoid certain things. You're able to call out a word of the wise to your companions before they accidentally fall into what looks like a puddle, but is in fact like a minefield of gray oozes.
Oh god.
Run away!
Also, has anyone noticed the image of a hammerhead shark just swimming under the water of the swamp in the bottom right corner?
Yes.
It hunts
That's
for
one
you
shark
all.
earlier.
Somewhere in the backwoods of Kentucky.
Gochin and Darlin are able to avert their feet before they're fully submerged. Meaning that they're going to avoid being grappled and taking the full amount of acid damage.
Oh, God. We're still taking damage?
Oh yeah, they're going to take a little bit of damage. They're going to take half as much.
This nice knowing you, Coach, if we're getting melted.
No, not fully. You avoided that, luckily, thanks to Dulgus being able to call out and you both succeeding your reflex saves. Good job.
This is gonna hurt.
No, not really.
Besides that,
So you take 5 points of acid damage. as your feet
Ow.
sizzle a bit.
Ouch. My feet feel
I
the
like
warm.
a coach and go, this is all your fault.
I like how it's both of the City Boy Smiths. That being said, anyone who would like may go ahead and roll me a knowledge dungeoneering for these creatures.
Knowledge
14.
dungeoneering. Knowledge engineering. Do I have that one? I don't
Nope.
think I have that one. I don't have a lot of
I think I'm
knowledges. I don't think I have
untrained.
any knowledges.
Yeah.
No, I have
I'm
knowledge
untrained.
nature. Okay, that's fine.
You are untrained, and a 6 is not going to tell you anything,
Yeah.
sadly.
Yeah, I figured I was untrained in it.
We know it's deadly. That's all
Yeah,
we know.
no, it's an ooze, and Darlin and Gochin can go ahead and tell you. Oh yeah, those burn.
Yeah. 14 doesn't get anything either.
Nope.
Yeah.
You were one shy of getting the name.
Oof.
We know it's painful.
You know it hurts. You know it's viscous. It looks like an ooze. That is about the most you could tell. Is it looks like an ooze because it's relatively transparent. But thanks to both Darlin and Gochin almost stepping on them, they are becoming somewhat active. It is now time to run. I will need a constitution check from the party in order to maintain a hustle to get away from these creatures quickly and safely enough.
A what check?
Yay for
Can
Constitution.
Gochin hustle for me?
If you have
Is it-
things,
Question.
if you have like the endurance seat and things like that, this does apply to it.
A question.
Hmm.
It's the same day.
Yes,
Constitution's in your
Okay,
skills?
yeah.
it is in
Oh,
your
so
core
it's
tab.
Oh, okay.
Heaven is just like, this was basic training.
Okay, one moment. You said con? Okay, one moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, just gonna get to con.
Wow, okay. Rolled a 5 and got a 3. Ugh, God.
What was the DC?
It's only 10.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
Excellent. Victory is ours. We will kill everything.
You just check on the fatigue box there for me, darling.
Darwin's huffing and puffing because of his heavy spiked armor. We need to make it adamantine so it's heavier.
You are all able to jog your way out of that portion of the marsh and avoid a larger encounter that might have been. It would seem that you had stumbled on a estranged nest of sorts. Strange as it may have been for oozes. Such creatures are usually a solitary beast, from what you understood, or at least a concocted one. Maybe you would run afoul of some sort of dark magical land of some sort. That being said, Inezu would make sure to count heads physically. In fact, she would pass by each of you and tap you on the head.
Well, it seems that we have not lost any. You are fleet of foot. That is good for you. We should continue onward.
Question for
Yes.
you, real quick. I've been eating dwarven rations, which gives me an additional hour of being able to hustle without ill effects. Would that have helped me with this?
He's eating
I-
the meat.
Don't know when the last time you were, but go ahead and roll me a D100. 50 and above, sure. It was recent enough that you would be fine. Yeah? No? You can uncheck that fatigued, it would bring you up by 2.
Because, yeah, basically, like, that's the whole thing. It's like, everybody else can run for an hour, and then, they gotta make the check on dwarfs, if they've been eating dwarven rations, it can run for 2.
No, I totally get you. It was more of a, when was the last time you had your nutritional rations? And
Pretty
would
sure
it-
that was yesterday before we got to the camp. Because we didn't find anything to eat.
No, I get you. I get you.
But
But that's fair. Either way, Inezu has made sure that none of you were consumed by a great ooze by accident, and carries you on upriver.
carry me, mommy.
I would like from the party a round of perceptions.
Oh god, here we go again. Here we go again.
There we go.
Bill beating the party at something that feels nice.
We traded die there, Eva.
Yep.
Like, literally. We traded die.
Both Sylph and Dolgus would take note off to the right side of the party, towards the riverbank, that there does happen to be a small group of crocodiles that seem to call this portion of the swamp home. They occasionally dive into the river waters and seem to snap up a thing, or just float where they can. You know
Now
that in
remember.
order.
Oh, sorry. Go on. I thought you were done. My bad.
No, you can certainly jump in here.
Now remember, if ever you get your legs caught in their grip, there's one trick you can do to get them to let you go. And that is you gotta jam your fingers far and deep up their nose. Then they have to open their mouth to breathe. And out of character, that is a legitimate real world fact about crocodiles and alligators.
Yep.
We are going to want to be quiet around them, or else it's going to be a little difficult to get by them. They place their young within the mud of these marshes. They can be quite territorial, so I hope your party is somewhat fleet of foot.
Looks around, nervous.
Could I use a Haunted Fae aspect to make splashing sounds to have the alligators go elsewhere?
Crocodiles. But what's the range on Haunted Fae aspect?
Oh god, let me check here. Once the page loads. Let's see here. Spells. Why do I not see it? Oh, there we go.
Is it in cantrips?
Yeah, it's in cantrips.
This says a cantrip, though.
Yeah, it doesn't say range on it.
I'm pretty sure it's close. For the sound
by
part.
snow.
Yeah, it might
Not
be.
many cantrips have longer than close.
Right. It's okay. It was just a thought.
Well, that's
Just
why I was
a
curious in terms of the range. It should say it on the spell somewhere. You'll need to expand its details.
Oh, I see. Target's area affect me. Duration 1 round. Cast time 15. Components 5. You surround yourself with disturbing illusions. Okay, so it's a self cast. Like there's no range on it. It's self.
Then that would be on yourself only.
Yeah, so that would not be a good idea. It'd be the Drakes all over again. let's not do that one.
You will
Guys, look, I
not
can make a
fail us in
distraction.
that manner again.
Here, I'll lure them away. Just hold a boombox up.
To be fair, I do believe that someone in your party has something along the lines of which you're trying to accomplish, Sylph. In fact, they've used it before.
Oh, I'm sure. 'Cause,
Now,
yeah,
whether they
Alright.
have it prepared today or not is an entirely different
so
question.
if we
That's fine,
could
that's
create
fine.
the sound
Where
of
do we
something
need to get?
slapping
Where do we
water.
need to get? Where do we need to get?
You'll
the
need
fisherman's
to
place.
cross the marshland home to these crocodiles where they keep their young. In order to do so, I will require a round of stealth checks from the party.
Do I turn
You're
into a
funny.
large pteranodon and just pick up the people one by one and drop them off on the other side? Hmm.
If you would like to expend a thing of wild shape, you may certainly do that.
What's the check otherwise? Stealth?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This sounds bad, especially since my yeah.
Two of us are in heavy armor.
Yeah, this sounds very bad. It sounds like it's a Dolgus is going to go ahead and use his last use of wild shape for the day, and yeah, he's going to start picking people up one at a time and carrying them across. Starting with the people that are most likely to fuck things up, by which I mean, still for starters.
Did my stealth check?
Well,
Would I have made it?
Silth, as you are contemplating
Silth's
this
already
idea, is already like through the middle of the marshy terrain, and no one had noticed he moved. It's like he was a ghost, and he's kind of like waving to you guys from the other side.
Next likely is to fuck us up by history of deeds. I will go for Gochin first then.
Yeah, I will say that over the next like 20 minutes, you'll be able to go back and forth to pick up each of your compatriots. What is your off ground weight that you can carry?
I believe that's light load, and let me see with my make sure that's enabled, but that is not enabled. Boop, and go
Probably gonna
over
be
to
really
my
high
core.
if you're large.
It is 20. I'm not at 20, but my strength is 20. So let me find carrying capacity.
Yeah, but you're also large, which I think quadruples.
It does good. Yeah, it does a lot.
Okay, quadruple. Yeah, times. What does it say about bigger or small creatures? Larger bipedal creature can go times 2. Okay. So I can carry as a light load anything up to 266 pounds.
Okay, so you should be able to carry Darlin without
Yep.
too much
Which
issue.
is weird because pterodons themselves, despite being large, are only 40 pounds.
Because they're hollow bones.
They've
I will
got some
remain as a
things in their
pterodon,
lips.
just be circling high overhead because, no sense wasting.
Very well. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check while you're on the wind, then?
Excellent. I have no way of communicating whatever I find anyway, so this is perfect.
I'm sure if you squawk, we'll know there's something going on, depending on how frantic it sounds.
Okay.
If you poop on Gochin, then there's danger. If you poop on me, then we're safe.
Well, as you're in the sky, you do have a little bit of a bird's eye view on the nearby vicinity of the marshlands. Ghost Lake Marsh seems to be pretty expansive, looking to your east. But in the distance, you can in fact see the horizon line of some mountains. Maybe a lake to the north, and maybe the so far distant cityscape of maybe a pink-skinned city. You're not 100% sure. Has to be if it's that big, but it is very far in the horizon line. But, to the west, you'll also see the other side of the horizon, where you might be able to see in the very far distance the mountains that are regarded as the hold of Belkzen. You know that one. The orcs talked about it all the time. The Pinkskins, too. Dangerous lands. Kind of a dust bowl the further in the year you get. What things seem to stick out to you? is not too much further north, you do in fact see smoke rising from the marsh. From what is likely a small clearing. Probably got about another couple miles before you get there. Then back to your east, across the river itself, you can take note of a couple clearings in the marshlands. Possible places to look out. You do, however, catch a smokestack in the middle of that side of the marsh, which to you seems strange. It's not coming from what you would think is the lizard folk village, so maybe there's someone else that seems to be maybe camping or living within the marshlands. Smart enough to use fire.
Why? Well, I will. How do I hold up? You know what? I think the easiest answer is to just dart down, pick up. Let me roll a die here. We got like how many other people? 1, 2, 3, 5 other people. Okay, so I'm just on 1d5. Okay, I'm going to dart down, pick up Ava in my beak, and bring her up high enough to see. Excellent.
Ava, you get picked up into the air, and while you like wind and things like that, you are being dragged about in the sky wildly, and you'll need a perception check.
I try my best to fly in a straight direction towards where I want her to see for a little while, but I don't think she sees it. Or maybe I do think she sees it. Depends on what she does.
You think you've accomplished your job unless Ava tells you otherwise.
Ava just makes up the most grandest of things.
Yeah, Ava, you get like the local environs. There's lots of trees and lots of marsh. Yeah. And there's a river. Maybe some clearings. Maybe mountains in either direction, but...
I believe you've overshot the landing point.
Clearly she doesn't understand what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep flying in that direction.
Which direction are you trying to head?
The weird smokestack in the distance.
It is probably miles away, so you would be separated from your traveling.
I fly for about a minute but she doesn't seem to be getting it, so I guess I'll go drop her down and out internally that why can't they see things? They're plainly obvious.
Yep, she got the very, very, very basic broad spectrum.
There's stuff off in the horizon, guys. It's great. It's great. Don't know what it is, but it's there.
That being said, you are able to follow Nezu now that you have avoided the crocodile nest up to a bit more sturdy land. Not so much marsh, but not quite like forested, so to speak. And you come to a clearing. At the heart of this clearing, you can see a simple wooden shack of sorts. A log cabin, really. And not too far from the log cabin is a basic campfire along with, some fish that are currently just leaned up against the stones to cook. And in the far back, some of you might notice several standing stones. Cairns of sorts.
Oh.
Inezu would look to the rest of you and would hand Evana a small little, horn of sorts, likely made out of a crocodile tooth. We normally let you know that we are here.
This is your mission, your trade endeavor. Therefore, it's up to you to negotiate good enough terms for the village.
I'm material. Hmm.
So what am I doing with this?
You're signaling. Blow
Blowing
into it.
it?
It's a horn.
She looks at you and gives what you would amount to a lizard folk's confusion.
Do you not have horns where you're from?
We do. I just wanted to make sure that's what you wanted me to do.
I see. I can never know what you outsiders have and don't have within your own villages. You all have very strange constructions and items.
Starting to think that
Yeah.
some of these people,
Yeah, we do.
small lizard brains themselves.
I guess I blow the horn.
It is a like really higher pitched, almost squeak of a horn kind of thing. And as it's a small tooth by comparison, it fits into your palm pretty handily. But you sound that off, and you can hear the thrashing of something going on over by the water side. Oh, there. Wasn't expecting visitors. Shit. Must be here to trade. You hear grumbling from the riverside. After a few minutes, you can see this dwarven fellow kind of stepping on up from the bank, heading towards the log cabin. Short in nature, relatively red of hair, with several ornate braids, and a relatively worn leather jacket. Kind of heads on up to the log cabin before taking note of you and your party. And I think Ethema might be a little surprised in this moment. And then maybe even some of the party as well. I'd like everybody to roll me a wisdom check.
Oh
Brain
man.
cells.
8.
Okay.
Me and Ava are just sharing a brain cell today, I swear to God.
Yep.
And then
Makes
Silk
a
with
lot
the
of
genius
sense.
roll.
At least we have a brain cell, unlike Sylph.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Where is Dolgus's wisdom check?
Okay, you're not gonna like it, but I'll do it.
Okay. I'm gonna run
Brain
down.
goes brain things.
I'm gonna
Here-
I'm gonna run down the line.
This is an intelligence check if it matters.
It doesn't. So, in this moment, Sylph sees a dwarf. Darlin sees a dwarf, which might excite him a little bit. Gochin sees a dwarf. Ava sees a face that she swears she could recognize, but can't remember why. Dolgus remembers seeing this face once before. Maybe took an admiration to, at the time, what he thought were brilliant scales, or frills by his standards.
Oh, I
As at
know who. I know exactly. Okay.
And then Ethna cannot get the image of this person out of their mind, as it takes them back to a time they might not necessarily have wanted to remember.
but also a small ray of hope.
No, maybe it's not who I thought it was.
While he does not currently have the armaments currently on him, you do see a book strapped to his side,
Oh, it is the
a
dude!
cigarillo in his mouth, and a relatively wearied older dwarf before you, as he kind of looks to your party, and his eyes settle on Ethna. Well, I'll be a goat in a barn on Sunday evening. I don't think I've seen that face in ages. He kind of looks over to Inezu. And with the gear call, in fact, I'll be damned.
Does Golgus
It's
recognize this guy from anywhere?
This is the visage of the person in the statue from that town you were at before.
True now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the famous giant hunter.
The giant slayer hiding out in a swamp, I guess. Okay. I'm wondering what Golgus would actually say. Something similar to that, though.
So, party, what do you do?
We're here to make trade, as the lizard folks said so.
Is that so? Well then, come on over to the cabin. Kind of hobbles over towards his own cabin and kicks off some taller gungaroos and puts on some like real nice leather fashioned boots. Y'all made it just about in time for when I was about to cook my dinner. Might have overcooked it though.
What's in the pot? What are we eating?
There's fish, there's crocodile, there's a few other odds and ends
Say
inside, but
no
I was able
more.
to.
Excellent. And Golgus will try and help himself if it's offered.
There is like a wooden bowl not too far off from where the stewing pot is and where some of the fish are kind of roasting by the fire on skewers. I can't right well not offer good old dwarven hospitality when face of someone who'd been long since seen has been seen once more. Aren't
It
you that?
indeed has been a while.
She's chicken shit.
We're all gonna die.
Kind of looks over to Gochin and as you guys get closer and says, "Ain't you Sarah's little brother?"
You know Sarah?
You and her were raised by your mom for a bit there before she took over for you. Don't you recognize me?
I was trying to figure out where he's seen this guy before. No,
Pretty
wait.
sure
Was-
Goshen sees all dwarves as one person. It's a little bit racist.
Dolgus probably might remember
Just
him
like we
from
see all
seeing the
monkey
statue.
people as Gochin, I guess. Yeah.
I think when you
All
first
we see
entered
is Goshen.
Tronau, you stare at the statue for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What are a bunch of fellows out of True Now doing here in the marshlands?
Death comes.
And fraternizing with the Giricall at that.
What do you mean fraternizing? What's he mean with fraternizing? Anyone know? I mean, like, he doesn't seem like he wants to tell me.
Being friendly, like.
I have no idea who this gentleman is.
Oh, no, we're not friends yet. To be friends, we have to prove we're not going to get sacrificed to Bakrug first. Now, granted, Bakrug isn't a bad, like, second option. I'm not gonna lie. You know, in terms of sacrifice, in terms of death by sacrifice.
Basically, we're earning our way to go through their lands unaccosted by them.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes mighty amount of sense.
No one understands. It's fine.
Marshlands can be a fair bit dangerous, especially for up-and-coming adventurers and the like. Hell, even the Knights of Ozum need to tread these waters carefully. Ain't that right there, miss?
Oh, yeah.
But again, I guess my question goes unanswered. What's a bunch of city slickers coming from Trunau heading on out to Ghostlight Marsh for?
Something about killing all the giants. Or all the orcs. Or both.
We're looking for something before we get to that point.
I see.
We're looking for the Dwarven Cache. Not Dwarven, sorry, Druid Cache. God. Okay. Best setup.
So, you fine folk are seeking the vault, then?
Yes.
It would appear that history has a tendency to repeat itself. Kind of turns back to you as he exits his cabin with a couple extra odds and ends in his arms. A couple baskets and things of the like. The Garicall request a bit of assistance for some of the things that I need versus the things that they need. Since I'm out here tending to my retirement, I tend to tend to their fishing needs. Considering that the Marrow ain't daft enough to attempt to stop me from getting my claim of the land. Anytime they try, let's just say they're not a fan of lead. In return, the Garicall and their scouts supply me with the odds and ends that I need in order to maintain my means of defending myself. At least as efficiently as I would like. I suppose that you are here to deliver on their end of that bargain.
Yes, sir.
So as you say that the orcs are in an uprising of sorts, and the giants as well. Dark tidings, that'd be.
Also orcs. Lots of orcs. Lots of green skin.
What got the people of Trunau in a tizzy this time?
Nah, the orcs attacked with a giant.
So a cemented union of the two.
Oh no, he was in chains. Didn't look like a cemented union, but whatever.
So it seems. You intend to breach the Vault of Thorns, a word of the wise. Do not trust much of what you see in that demiplane. And you may want to have some protections from intense light and the sort. There are a fair number of fae-folk and natural entities that will occasionally slip into that demiplane from the from the first world. Not very kind ones either. They didn't exactly make the demiplane the most stable place when the druids stopped upkeeping it.
Duh.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
You said be mindful of bright lights?
We're all gonna die.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's just say that where you're heading is a lot like a very elaborate greenhouse of sorts. The druids of the Thorn once kept the place as a preservatory of that which was strange amongst nature. Trees of all different likes, animals of all different likes, caretakers of the first world that would help safeguard things. Sometimes you get the ones that don't exactly mean too well. And with the druids of the Council of Thorns no longer take care of the place since their downfall some odd number of years ago, well, let's just say it's not a friendly place. Since the order's gone defunct and no one's able to caretake it, it just sat by the wayside. Take it from personal experience. Much of what you'll find there is not going to be kind to you.
We have a pterodon.
That's what we thought too.
You had a pterodon?
Or so much. A terror from the sky. He kind of looks to one of the gravestones off in the distance. Friend of ours did what she could in order to help support the group. The defenses of the vault were too strong at the time when we began adventuring.
I'm sorry for your loss.
He nods. Gormley was as much an inspiration to us as many of the others in our party. The path you're going to walk seems fairly treacherous if you're going up against giants and orcs alike. Don't underestimate your enemy.
You seem to be pretty knowledgeable about our group.
I don't know much about any of you. But if that's your aim, to settle some sort of peace for true now, well then, let's just say that you're fitting into some shoes you ain't yet quite grown into. I can tell it on your faces. Many of you are looking to prove yourselves to a certain degree. Or at least aren't quite as well-lived as some of the defenders that may have decided to keep resided. You all might know Ruby, should she still be in town.
Oh, sorry, I was on
Elbow
mute.
Gochin.
Crickets.
You're not
All
coaching.
crickets.
Gochen?
Well, why are the people that live in True Now not talking? This is their time to shine.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even from True Now. I'm just scared this happened, and then it happened. The True Now people are like, wow. It's
David's
a
just right
hero.
this though.
This is not the social one.
You don't
Doesn't
have to
matter.
be a
This
social
guy's
one.
you don't have to be a social guy. This is your town's
is all
hero.
about
He's
your
right there in
town.
front of you. He probably worshipped at the feet of his statue and hopes you can become a hero like him.
Yeah, now he's right there.
Coach is just dumbfounded. He's like, it's our town's hero, drooly. Little bit of brain smoke coming out the ears.
It's like I guess Gochin will tell him about the orc attack and that we're what was it? What are we here for again?
They've already said all that information they're coaching.
He was asking about Ruby.
Oh, Ruby. Okay. Yeah. Well, one thing I know about Ruby right now is that she took this guy over here, points at Sylph, took him under her wing, and she's taught him the way of guns.
Well, is that right there, son?
It is, and you will notice that Gochin is a mastercraft at gaslighting to the next area.
I taught Ruby damn near about anything that she tried to learn there. So if you're learning from Ruby, then you should be in good hands.
She gave me this rifle. I don't know if it means anything to you or if you remember this, but he'll show him his rifle. She grabbed it from the armory.
That's of newer construction. You see, I'm a bit more of a pistolero myself. Shows you a firearm, a double-barreled pistol with the side that is etched Lawbringer.
Oh, wow.
He would holster it before nodding back to you. Many of the things that Ruby was taught was, I'm guessing, implemented into her new order after I left. Smoking guns, I'm to assume you are now a part of?
I don't think she invited me to the group. Out of character.
And yet she let you leave town with a firearm at your hip.
I mean, our group.
I would
did
say
just,
that you're
like,
all but
headshot a giant with a boulder. It was pretty cool. You would have been proud of that.
In your proper way, then. So long as one of your number didn't get quite shot out of a catapult, fly half the distance, and then land and live,
They
pretty
did.
sure y'all did better than us.
They definitely did. We had a dinosaur.
He looks around. I am sorry for your loss.
Oh no, he's here.
That wasn't what killed him.
Yeah, that's not what killed him. That problem's back at the camp. And right there, sir, is the true color of our group. Through our rough times, we have laughs.
So it would appear. You all have a bright little energy to you. Little miss, I think you done found yourself a nice little crowd to hang around.
Yeah, I think I might have.
She doesn't know about the doodling that we do on her face, so don't tell her about the charcoal marks.
What?
He would smirk a little bit. My apologies, I did not quite introduce myself. My name is Baron Ashpeak. You might formerly remember me as a defender of Trunau back in the day. But now I'm merely known by the Giricall tribe as an old fisherman.
So you like to fish?
That I do. I tend to the area to make sure that territory lines remain as they are, and to watch over the last known resting place of my fellow comrades fallen. It would also appear that occasional squabbles have given the Knights of Ozum a bit of trouble in the past. That's where I met Miss Etna during a particular raid that was nasty on Castle Faree. Me and my friends were actually on our way to the Vault of Thorns ourselves at the time. We were able to thwart that and make sure she was able to get away pretty safe. I'm mighty glad to see you in better health than you were then.
Oak Zaphina.
Health is questionable, but I am doing better than I was then.
So long as the
Been
efforts of life continue to be an improvement, then hopefully things turn out better than then, even better than now, I suppose.
This is true.
Though your tanglings with the giants and the orcs are sure to lead to some troubles. You'll want to keep your friends close and making sure that each of you are both strong of mind and strong of body.
We got the stronger body part covered.
You'll want a mix of both there, lad. You
Got
can't
a
be
little
strong
bit
of
of
mind.
brains.
You can't be strong of mind too. The tricks of the ogres, the giants, the orcs, they'll get to you. Don't ever think that an orc can't outsmart you. There are plenty within their midst that are just as intelligent as even the scholars of Vigil.
Oh, we leave the thinking to the scrawny one over there. As he points at Ava. Scrawny and depressed. But she's good at what she do.
Let me tell you a story there, son. I once knew a man about the same height as you, bigger build. A tank by all means. They once
What's a
called them
tank?
forebears.
It's
This
a large
man-
container made of metal.
This man could take hits from giants like nobody.
Or
At one time got-
wouldn't it cave?
But at one point in our excursions, he got caught, tangled by a spell. Unable to defend himself, he was pierced right through the heart by a mighty spear of a giant centaur-like creature. You want to freshen up that mind of yours so that you don't follow the same peril.
I need to wear more armor.
No amount of armor was able to save this man. You want to armor your mind.
And Gochin scratches his head. He's like, spear went through him, but not through the mind.
It's the spell that made it so he was unable to act proper-like. Do you catch my meaning?
Oh.
If the magics had not prevented him from his normal faculties, then he would have, by all right and intention, been able to raise that shield before all went down.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. I will make sure to take note of that.
Much in the same, a spellcaster left on their lonesome is right good pickings for any kind of creature that likes to prey and rip through them tattered clothes they like to keep to themselves, the arcane wards they like to weave. Torag don't allow no fools. So you practice both the teachings of defense and offense, both for your mind and your body.
So where do we lift our weights for our mind to make that stronger?
You do some reading, you do some praying, maybe think a little bit about life.
Especially about Blockrock.
Who? Oh, right, the Garical's patron.
You're weird, even for a pink skin.
You're quite strange for a dwarf, if I might say so myself.
Well, that's probably because I'm not a dwarf.
Soul just nudges the guy and goes, don't poke that. That's just leave it alone. don't bother him with that.
He leans over to you, Silth, and looks over to Dolgus. What happened? Did the Gearcall get a reincarnate wrong?
No, he's a bright clock. He just was made a little different than the rest. He counts backwards.
So I see.
Brilliant, very brilliant guy, but just not, it's his world.
That don't mean the rest of us gotta live in it.
Hey, okay. And Sylph just laughs and walks away. Have fun with that one.
So, young miss, what brings you back to Ghostlight Marsh? I thought you were done with the area, off to new horizons.
Mm,
Thought you'd seen enough
people
of you.
from now needed help. Trust me, I do not want to be back here, but people from now needed the help. And since I walked my sorry ass all the way over there, I might as well help.
But then what's that get you at the end of the day? It's just more fighting and such that, well, last I understood, you didn't quite want.
No, but my time after that was quite boring and sad. I needed something. This
That's
might not be what I need forever, but I need something. Maybe I'll figure out what I need in the end eventually.
Just understand that there's a difference between the something you might feel you need and the something that distracts you long enough for you not to get what you want. Sometimes we get ourselves wrapped up into duty before what's actually aching. I saw mine through to the end. Well, can't say I've got a lot of people to share it with any longer. Be sure that whatever it is that keeps you going, it's genuine to what you actually want. A mission's all well and good, but at the end of the day, when the mission's done, you want to reflect on what you got left.
Well, I got more than I did a week ago, so
He nods.
I'm starting somewhere.
Well, you all came here for a task. I've done chatted you up quite a bit. I've got at least a few crates worth of fish left for the gear called to have for them their village. You're gonna need a couple strong hands in order to take them with you. He's looking for volunteers.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't let us bring Chompy. One of Bakrug's avatars is just too strong for, tasks like these.
Edna will help.
And Gojin, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll help too.
There we go, Gochin.
If you only are guessing, and I suppose I should probably find someone a bit stronger than you to come pick up this here heavy crate.
Oh no, I can handle it.
Good boy. He lets you pick up the crates and walk your way out as he takes the basket that you all and Inezu have brought. During this time, it seems that Inezu's actually been a little bit surprised, as if, what had occurred is not something she quite expected. She would look down to Dolgus and, say, I was not expecting this outcome when it came to you and the old fisherman.
Well, we've got a package, right?
So it would seem. Trade has never been this easy.
I think he knew a couple of the others, like that girl, and Gouch and the monkey kid. Maybe one of the others. I don't know.
So it would seem. Normally, there's a little bit more haggling. He seems fairly content with our small shipment this time around. The great chief should be pleased.
Kind of looks to the rest of you as you're all collecting your bits and bobs.
And looks to both Evana and Sylph, who she knows at this point can understand her. If you are finished with the trade, we should return back. I'm sure that there is at least one other task the Great Chief has for you in order to cement your place in the eyes of the Girikal tribe.
Well, let's pack up and lead the way.
Does anyone else have anything last minute to ask or say to the old fisherman?
I'm trying to think if Bogus
Nope,
has
he's a
anything
fisherman.
relevant.
Edna would
Nope.
turn and thank him for everything.
You are more than welcome, little miss. Just keep your nose clean and keep your feet dry. And don't let your friends get out of too much sight.
I'll do that.
He'd nod to you. Anyone else?
Looking at Gochin, looking at Ava.
Eva doesn't have much to say to him. She might have lived in Trunau, but she wasn't, like, part of the culture, really.
I mean, after it was explained, you would remember that, like, oh, that's the face, because it's from the statue in town. You didn't meet this man personally, as he had left before you had arrived.
Yep,
But-
she's just writing down the conversation. She figures that he has decided to waste his time tending to graves rather than doing something with himself.
It did sound like, from at least what you've written down, he does help with some of the border skirmishes here. As you know that this river does split several of the territories of the area.
Ava thinks there's better things he could be doing with his time.
Absolutely fair.
I mean, we are on a mission that he could help with, but it's cool.
Oh, there's towns getting pillaged and murdered, and I'm gonna sit here and not help. That's her opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Retirements for the dead.
Maybe that's all he is now.
Seems to be moving pretty lively for being dead.
Some people feel dead inside,
Say, that's Jake's
and yet
job.
still walk around every day. That's what?
Jake's job. He's the dead one.
Yeah. But you guys will be able to return to the Lizard Folk Village about a couple hours, evading some of the traversal issues you had on the way.
We get back
Once
and the
you
whole
are
town is just like
back.
crunked up on coffee.
No, not quite. But as you return, there are a number of lizard folk rangers that kind of come out to greet you and the party and see that trade was prosperous this time around. They would assist you in removing the crates and, help you out there. It seems like some of your caravanners have also somewhat intermingled with the folk people. In fact, it would appear that Kogan has decided to set up shop a little bit with the cooking area, as while there is a little bit of a buzz about the purported coffee elixir, it does not seem like it is as rampant or widespread as you may have thought prior. It seems Dregar is, having a little bit of a drink with some of the local warriors of the tribe. Probably something local and river-based. It would appear that the green skinned Ulsilkia. Let me get this name one more time. Ulsika is actually hanging out with Jess a little bit.
whereas it would appear that Caravan Calrian has kind of taken to helping mend some of the more annoying injuries of some of the lizard folk. Roddy, however, seems to be around one of the myriad tents flanked by female lizard folk telling tales and things of the nature. They seem to be held in rapt attention to what's being said, although you're unsure as to how much they actually understand. But it does appear that the collection of female lizard folk seem to hang on much of what Roddy says.
Roddy's over at tent?
Once you go scaly, you don't go back, I guess.
Which tent is Roddy at?
Down here, roughly. It's kind of like sitting on the end of the stump here, as there's like a collection of ladies, and as you approach, you can tell that Roddy's actually speaking in it appears Orcish.
Sylph will walk up to Roddy, and in Draconian, he'll go, Roddy, my good friend, I sees you are sitting here telling your wise tales to all of our friends. And he'll sit right next to him and put his arm on his shoulder.
It does not seem like Roddy understood a single thing you said, as
it
his
was
body
for the
language
women.
gave you a look of like confusion. Ah.
He came up with spoken their tongue to Roddy.
That's fair.
The battle of bards has begun.
Inezu would kind of shake her head a little bit and look to the rest of the party. We'll need to meet with the great chieftain to let him know how the trade went down.
They all get up and leave the moment.
Well, no. Inezu's still with your party. You basically
okay.
saw Roddy and
Okay,
were
you're
like,
gone.
I need to go check this out. The question is what does Dolgus want to do at this point? I know he was eyeing the pretty lizard folk before, but it appears that a good collection of them have all surrounded around Roddy at this point.
Oh, this cannot be allowed to stand. But Dolgus knows this is not something he can attempt to do himself, so he calls on help from the strongest thing here.
Chompy.
Wait, did we get, yeah, okay, yeah. First off, do we have any food left?
From what?
Just in general, rations, shit, from the wagon trail or whatever.
The caravan might have some things, for sure.
I'm gonna call out, Chompy! Snack time!
You would hear the heavy footfalls of your dinosaur companion as he'd be able to run up to you, although maybe with a little less speed than you're used to.
Is his belly overly full from all the stuff the lizard folk have been feeding him?
You do see a predominant pooch starting to show on your, T-Rex companion.
Well, I don't feed him too much since he's already been fed good. I'll just feed him something flavorful like...
Welcome back!
Oh, they've been feeding you well. Here, let me give you a belly rub.
So full! So much river dog!
I'm getting the sense that he's been eating gator or crocodile or something.
Crocodile, for sure. I mean, you saw a, crocodile corpse being brought over to him before, you left the first time.
Yeah, and
Swap
anyway,
up, yeah.
Dolgus is going to have a very quiet conversation. Well, quiet for on his side. Chompy can be as loud as he wants, but no one else can understand Chompy, presumably. So it's fine. And he's going to pull Chompy into running a little prank on Roddy. Yes, it's a prank. And this Chompy is going to start trying to sneak up behind Roddy, just ever so slightly, ever so slowly.
This big ass T-Rex.
You know how this goes. How this goes.
Overly full with a extended belly T-Rex, but whatever.
I'm gonna need a stealth check, man.
Oh my god,
I don't
Chompy
know, man. He's
pulls
got
this
so much
off.
penalty now. Probably not, because he's at a -1, but I mean, I imagine Roddy's at least distracted with all the people he's talking to and trying to bar it up, but we'll see.
For sure, I was only comparing this to his passive perception, because he's not paying attention. He's not actively trying to seek. But even then, poor Chompy. Just, and I want to note, Roddy's perception, base passive perception is not that high. You had a pretty okay shot at, beating it.
Yep.
But he sees Chompy going, and, with a little bit of a flourish, he presents Chompy in great awe, as if his arrival was this, waited, anticipated event, and, the lizard folk that are surrounding would be, kind of clapping and, being excited for what's going on. That you would see that there's probably praises to Chompy.
Well, that's fine, but yeah, I don't like where this is going. So we'll go with stage 2, which is pick him up with the mouth and drag him away elsewhere. Like head first into the mouth, but not actually biting down as he just drags him away elsewhere.
Give me a grapple check.
I think I actually get the grab ability on attack roll now, but I'm not going to use that obviously because it requires you to attack. But yeah.
Yeah, just CMB. Yep, that'll get him. So Chompy just kind of drags Roddy away. There's still a bit of clapping that's coming from the lizard folk, and Sylph would pick up, that they were enjoying the stories of the heroism that came from you and your party, Sylph. From what it sounds like, the lizard folk were being told of the deeds of heroism that your party, and only your party, had, managed to be great warriors of True Now and things like that.
This is all what Roddy was telling them?
Mm-hmm.
Sylph was like, this ass-kissing motherfucker. He walks away. I can't believe this guy. He is so fucking nice. Oh my!
Really brown nosing, huh? He is a brown nosing in the extreme.
He just walks up. Sylph walks back to the party. And he's just like, "You guys, he is a great guy. I hate that."
You want to hate him, but the DM is doing everything in their power to make sure you don't.
No, I mean, Sylph genuinely likes him, but he's just dumbfounded at the length of his kindness. Roddy has done so much for us.
But you guys,
well, his actions got people killed, so
it's true. But he has done a hell of a job making up for it.
No.
Not quite enough.
You weird.
You guys are able to return to the Great Chief's hut and to report your outcome.
Great success.
So you would be able to walk into the hut, and then Nezu would follow in after you.
Great Chief, it would appear that the outsiders are particularly talented in the art of trade. They showed much skill in the word trading. It would seem that some of them even had a home field advantage when talking to the old fisherman. He did not even check our wares to see whether or not there was enough for what we might have asked for. Murgalogger would kind of like stroke the bottom of his chin a little bit with some of like the frilled head and go, "This is excellent. It's not every day the old fisherman just tosses out trade wares like this. Yes, yes. It would appear that you are more skilled than I originally thought. This is quite the development, and for that I am happy. You are all quite a bit more useful than I originally took for. We still have one test left for you. A trial against one of our more hated enemies of the area. You see, the Marrow, they are particularly a nuisance and a thorn in our side. The more that we slay, the more that spawn. They are proverbially bullies of the waters. Giants of kinds, but built for aquatic adaptation. They occasionally raid our fair village, especially when our rangers are out, taking eggs where they can, or building tempestuous dams, and upstarting the natural order of the waters. These are things that we simply cannot allow. And so when we find a Marrow, well, not only do we kill them, we break their bones, break their bodies, and make sure that they're as disgraced as possible.
You should offer them up to Bakrug. That'd be best.
If only Bakrug would actually accept them.
Ah,
You
fair
see-
point, fair point.
We tried that one time. And then the crocodiles migrated so far away that the orcs stole much of the kills. So we don't sacrifice the Bakrug of the Marrow. It would appear that the Marrow are much hated by Bakrug just the same as us. It is bad luck to sacrifice a Marrow.
Be right back.
And so, your last task, should you choose to accept it, to garner acceptance from the Garikal tribe, will be to dismantle a dam that the Marrow have decided to build downriver. Closer to human territory, but it benefits us both, as much as I hate to help the pink skins. You all seem like an orderly lot. I hate it, but it has its uses. Seek out this Marrow Dam, beat up its leaders, dismantle the dam, and bring me back the head of the Marrow leader. Yes, it'll look nice on the front gates.
But do you want it to above or to the side of the front gates?
I had debated putting it on top of my hut.
But better to be seen by everyone entering village.
Agreed. One day I will put Hydra head on my hut. Yes,
Oh,
that would be
Hydra,
most
mighty
good.
kill.
Hydra is mighty kill, but Hydra also kills many rangers. Would truly be sign of superb hunter.
Time to go kill us the Hydra, lads.
This said, you have shown that you are not hatchlings, and for that, you have piqued my interest. Do this last task, and you will be marked as profitable allies of the Girikal. Do these terms seem good? I would send you with another of our tribe to make sure that you do the work proper.
Of course, of course. But Dorcas is also wondering, okay, one minute, let me think of how the phrase is. No, do we do this this sun or next sun?
Do this sun. The dam is a problem. The fish have not come very long. What we get from the old fishermen certainly helps. But it is a patch from time to time.
Out of character, Dolgus is going to be so useless during this next fight.
For this, I will send one of our wise men. You treat this one with respect and make sure that he gets out of things okay. He will aid you in the deceptions against the Marrow. Ogazix will be his name. Seek him out in the village.
And we're still not allowed to bring the great and mighty Chompy with us, yes?
That would trivialize the challenge for you two-legged no-scales.
Dolgus's eyes narrow harshly at that. I thought we worked out that insults will be answered with insults. Do you want to
No insults, merely observations.
And I observe that your hands are lacking in scales, and that you yourself have bad frills.
An unfortunate accident. He would blink at you slowly.
Dolgus returns that very slow blink, as if he's practiced it a lot, or perhaps just believes that he can do it enough.
It is at one point that you do see a particularly long tongue kind of come out of the headpiece. If we have an accord, then I would say that you may leave my hut and gather what you need. You'll find the Marrow Dam downstream. Head south, southeast.
Ava left the instant he said we could leave.
Absolutely fair. What? These people. So, party, what do you do?
We go kill us a Hydra.
Guess. Yeah, I guess we go find the guy.
We are not ready to fight a Hydra.
Be a dead one.
We go kill us a Hydra.
Alright, you guys go find a Hydra. I will stand back and take tail down.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Bard.
Sylph goes and finds Sylph goes and finds the Hydra. Good luck to you.
Then I'll run it back to the camp and we can surprise it.
So you gonna go find a guy?
Go find the guy.
Alright.
someone go ahead and roll me a gather information check.
Gather information.
16.
Could be knowledge local, perception, diplomacy, things of the like. You do have a little bit of time here within the village to associate, recollect yourselves, get healing, anything of the like. You will be able to find Ugazix with fair ease. It would appear that over by where Ava was able to find the wise one, Lusika, in a tent not too far, you would see that there is a particularly skull and bone adorned tent where Ugazix seems to be doing some questionable things. You would catch him in the midst of tending to a corpse of sorts.
No shit.
What are you doing?
Well, it is not every day that I hear voices talking to me that sound more familiar than the dead.
Turns around to look at you as like the corpse kind of sits up.
I think you might want to put your zombie down before it eats someone.
What? This? No. This is just a warden for the marshes.
Curious.
No, it's a lie.
What'd you say?
He asked, "Who are you, little one?"
My name's Ava. Sent here
Nice.
by the chief.
The great chief done sent you to Ukafix. That'd be interesting.
He too is also speaking perfect calm.
This is an interesting setup you have.
It do what I needed to. The spirits, they talk to me, and through them, I protect the village.
Curious.
Kinda takes a step forward to you. You don't look like a brute of sorts. Yeah, you made it so far away to the marsh. You seem to have basic understandings. Enough to not run away, fearing my connections.
Fear is just the reaction for those who do not know.
There be truth to them words. A wise one of your tribe you must be.
Apparently the wisest the tribe has.
So, see? What is it that great chief Murg has requested of humble guys?
We're apparently in need of a guide to deal with some dams or something.
The marrow. They disrespect our customs. They disrespect Buckcrowd. They disrespect Galsra. They do not partake in proper care of the land.
It is unfortunate. But we were requested to deal with them, and we shall. Provided we have our guide.
I do quite like blowing them down, so. But we can head on and cause some destruction after you.
You all head out.
Yes.
And with that, he will follow you to your party. Is there anything that the party wishes to do before departure? Any caravanners you wish to meet up with briefly before heading out on what is likely to be combat?
I would like to meet up with one that can heal.
You know that Calrian does have the blessings of Iomade.
And Calrian, can you bless me so that I shall not bleed as much as I am now?
Oh, well, I do believe I could help with that. Any of the others injured as well?
A little bit.
I don't think I am. I might be.
If there are several of you, then I could put a display of channeling amongst each of you to help with a little bit of the wounds you've all received. Or I could one by one patch you up a little bit.
Oh, I do need healing. Never mind.
It sounds like there are a number of you, so I will defer to a Chen then. Is there something wrong, Mr. Dolgus?
Oh, no, nothing's wrong. Just thinking about stuff.
That is an interesting change of pace for you.
What? I'm always thinking about stuff.
The party receives 5 points of healing each.
You said 5?
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, definitely appreciate it. Do you have more of those?
Certainly. Does the rest of the party need it?
Nope.
A little bit more. I
Yeah,
really got
one more.
hammered by one of those things earlier.
I'm good.
Very well. Majority rules. You get an additional 8.
Yay, I'm back to full.
Same.
That has expended much of the blessings that Iomade has given. I will only be able to do that once.
Wait, Ugazik is an Iomade cleric?
No. Ugazik is, hanging around you guys. You guys went to seek out Calrian.
Oh, I thought we were talking to Ugazik still.
No.
Hmm.
I have one of those gems left of a day, or if you simply need if an individual requires a little bit, I could help partake in that. Outside of that, you might be able to request the Bard's assistance with some minor curatives. I know he is capable with that particular magics. Although it may come with caveats. She kind of glares over towards Roddy's direction.
I just need a little bit. It's a titter.
She looks you over with an appraising glance. Tell me, Gochin,
How much of the single digits are you missing?
4.
She pats
Baby.
you on the shoulder and says, "I'm sure that I will be of better use once you return with possibly larger wounds."
Look, on the bright side, if you manage to die because of missing just 4 hit points, she's gonna feel guilty for the rest of her life.
Oh,
Do you
1,000%.
fear death?
Sylph comes back and he's like, and then he died, and he only had 4 more hit points.
Coach it now! This is your fault! You could have casted the spell! Snot going everywhere, just random mascara just appears all over Syl's face.
In any case. Any last minute trades or inquiries with the lizard folk? Any rumors or the like you'd like to dredge up? People you'd like to talk to?
Sylph would go and check on Jess, but he knows she's fine.
Last you may have seen, she was talking to a green-scaled lizard folk.
Yeah, if we
Or
go,
rather,
if
probably
we all
been chatted at.
if we all walk that way, he'll pat her on the shoulder and just kind of do like that wave thing, like he's gonna head out.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she can't see him, but he's gonna do it anyway.
Right. She would be on the way out, considering that she's over by the caravan. And Dolgus, that is probably the only lizard folk that you've seen that's actually like walked up to the caravan and actually like sat with a caravan member outside of the village rather than
Green-scaled
inside
one?
the village. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I think I have. If you need, of course, at any point, the Giricol tribe prominent members are under their own tab with their own pictures and names.
Yay!
But it sounds like the party is ready to head out on their last hunt, prove their value to the Giricol tribe.
Do free stuff for them so that they don't have to, yes.
Do free stuff or have caravan attacked, who knows?
The way of the legendary errand boy.
Let's get ahead and drag you guys over here. As you all will travel following the instructions of the Gazik, and will not be harassed along the way. Oh, wait. There we go. Shift ping still works.
For now! They'll fuck it up somehow, I promise you.
Right. For the moment, you do follow the river southeast as the rapids course with swiftness. You do find yourself at a makeshift dam. You are all placed off the border of the map for now, but you can see that the dam is particularly well constructed and would likely require, hours worth of work to yank it apart. More prominently, as you approach, you will also take note of some of the large humanoid forms that seem to be chucking stones and boulders at a keelboat vessel that seems to be approaching from the southeast, as if it were traveling upriver. It seems that it has seen some amount of damage, and they've taken to shooting ballista bolts this direction, but are not making much in the ways of headway.
Excellent. This is excellent. While they're drawing their fire like good bait, we will go in and kill them all.
But as you approach towards the dam, I would like to ask what you're all doing.
Oh, right. This is time to buff if I have any buffs left.
It was
Okay, so you guys are all saying that we
recasting
can buff.
mage armor.
No.
No.
Quietly, no.
No, Sill's not allowed to do anything.
I'm
Oh,
making sure
fuck.
I ask
You
first. Syl's mouth is shut.
Golden ape form.
Oh, if Gulch is going into ape form, I'm
Once-
definitely going to start singing.
No.
Okay. Sylph will ready his bow.
Darlin, you do better when big, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Alright, I'll make you big.
I will note that the dam, if you are intending to walk upon it, is all difficult terrain.
Was there any
I
mist
heard-
about?
what? Let's just stop.
He missed.
Like mist from water, I guess. I was wondering if it would be a little less
Like
obvious
water
what I'm about
spray?
to
Stop.
do.
It
What's-
is not enough to grant cover or anything of that nature, but it is certainly problematic. And
Oh, okay.
like the waters are certainly flowing rapid enough that it will be difficult to swim.
Question about the
Oh, yes,
barbaros.
also,
Do they allow me to have grapple effect if I hit?
Possibly.
And so these people are on boats, so I can just boop, get over here or into
Well-
to the water.
Not necessarily.
Damn. Okay.
So the keel boat is off of the map, right?
Yep.
The dam here has marrow that are throwing boulders and generally being jackasses, right?
Mm-hmm.
The task you were given by the Great Chief is to deal with the marrow and get rid of the dam.
Oh, okay. I was trying to like save the people, like yank him on.
no, we don't care about the people. We care about destroying the dam.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if
this
you
is
were
totally our
attempting
playing
to,
field.
if you were attempting to, yeah, if you were attempting to hit the people on the boat, you could travel a ways further, but to grapple them with the barbed arrow would mean that you're also shooting them.
Yeah, and they only have a 30-foot range.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't
Am I
it
supposed
wouldn't
to
make
have
a
vision?
good tightrope either. So
No, humans are not allowed to have vision. It's dark out. You can suck it up, you inferior race.
I can. Oh, okay. I get it now.
Who do you think needs a good buff?
Gojin?
Do you want the honest answer or the meme answer?
I mean, I think Goji probably needs a good buff.
Well, the meme answer would be Sylph. The truthful answer would be Ava.
Wow. No, this won't help Eva that much.
means
Actually,
she's
it
got
would, but she's not
Lois.
going to cast it on herself. Who wants heroism? I've only got one cast.
Well, because all of Dolgus's buffs are not available right now, I'm planning on just having him cast like Call Lightning and just sitting back and blinking at them. So not Dolgus.
I will say, you have each a round of buff. The moment you spellcast, spellcasting is audible and loud enough that attention will be drawn your direction.
Alright.
So you have a single spell you may impart upon each other, or a single round of like drinking, potions, so on and so forth.
Dolgus, do you want to be big or do you want heroism?
Dolgus isn't really great
Sorry.
in melee without having his buffs.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean Dolgus, I meant Darlin.
Oh yeah,
I'd
fair
rather be
enough.
big.
Be big, alright. You're getting big.
Don't you have another means to get big though?
It's like a 50-50 shot, though.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm going to use my round buff is going to be Call Lightning, because why not?
And buff will be going to Golden Ape.
So
Well.
yeah, I'm going to do the Call Lightning. Oh, hey, look, they're like fish giants.
So they see us now? I can do like Gallant Inspiration? But no, I can't use that yet.
Gallant.
I have to use that after someone makes a attack.
I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. I know what I'm doing.
Julio. Julio now.
Dipper. So can we make a knowledge check to know what these are?
You had made the check before in the village when the villagers had talked to you about them. You did not learn much about Marrow. You know that they are large humanoids, aquatic giants.
But they fall under humanoids
They do.
and giant, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I could do Bane, humanoid giant, and smack them around a bit, huh? What you saying?
Yes.
Alright. That's what I wanted to know. Oh. People gonna roll initiative or they're just gonna keep staring at stuff.
One moment.
They're just gonna keep staring.
Stare harder. You almost had me. Oh, right. I'm still taking a -2 dexterity something. That's weird. I think I got rid of the. Oh, I need to hit recalc. That's why. Sometimes it does that. It gets janky. No, I'm still showing a dexterity penalty of -4 of a condition. Oh, entangled, slow, dex penalized. That's why. One moment. I need to get rid of the entangled. And yeah, that's it. Okay, I should have a mod. I should be 2 higher than that, but let me just edit that in. Oop.
Darlin's armor spikes are glowing bright and shiny.